your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, temperatures across the area have been cooler today with readings into the low and mid-30s now. It is a chilly one out there. 35 Lincoln, 33 in Decatur. But we're going to bounce back nicely as we head into the upcoming weekend here. Boy, it's been that wind out of the north instead of the south is what's brought in that colder air. We were in the mid-50s yesterday, so big changes here today. Clouds around, a mix of sun and clouds today, but overall, not bad for this Friday, but it's going to get a lot better for the weekend. Let's look at this evening. If you're heading out and about on this Friday evening, temperatures down to the mid-20s here. We're going to come back, talk about how we see a brief warm-up, and then a major cool-down all in the 7-day forecast. We'll show it to you coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now, from WCIA 3 News.
She drove her car off an unfinished bridge in Champaign. Today, she was arrested again. We'll tell you why.
Plus, we now know where kidnapper and killer Brent Christensen will live out his days, which maximum security prison he's at.
And a state trooper was arrested, what he's accused of doing when he worked at a Central Illinois high school.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Nobody, period, out there. You know, even neighbors that I don't know, I don't want to see anybody get hit by a car.
A woman in Champaign was run over by a car this morning. Police say the woman behind the wheel is the same person who drove off an unfinished bridge in September. Good evening, I'm Paul Chikini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The story is you almost can't believe it, but Asia Marshall was arrested for DUI today following the hit and run. It happened near Burr Oak Court at Oakwood Trace Townhomes. Police responded around 4 a.m. The victim and Marshall were both taken to the hospital. Police say the victim is expected to survive. Now, part of the parking lot at the scene was taped off, and the car police were investigating was towed. One neighbor says they heard a fight and saw a driver back into a woman, then take off. Police aren't saying how or where they found Marshall. Another neighbor wonders what has to change to keep these things from happening.
It kind of makes me worried because I got nieces and I also have a little daughter. She visits me, so, you know, it lets us know we need to be a little bit more vigilant, you know, and, you know, maybe we kind of need to, you know, keep an eye on each other, you know, make sure each other's safe.
Marshall drove off the Bradley Avenue Bridge in September. Her blood alcohol level was nearly 3 times the legal limit. She was in court for felony DUI charges just on Wednesday and is expected back in court for that DUI in February. Investigators say a suspicious package sent to the Danville VA isn't dangerous.
Yeah, the package was addressed to VA and just said open here on the outside. Now, WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in our control room. So, Courtney, if that wasn't enough, what else made it suspicious?
Yeah, well, Paul, it popped up as a possible threat whenever they x-rayed it in their mailroom. All of the mail that's sent to the VA has to be sorted in that mailroom. Now, that's Building 102. When it came up as a possible threat, they called in the East Central Illinois Bomb Squad. To be safe, everyone was evacuated from Building 102. Investigators opened the package and found greeting cards that had glitter on them. They believe that's why it was flagged as a potentially dangerous item. VA officers say everything continued as normal once they were able to find out that that package was not dangerous. None of their healthcare operations were halted at all during that evacuation because they said it was on a different area of their campus. Live in the control room, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Courtney, thanks for that update.
New tonight at 5, a state trooper was arrested for sexual abuse and assault. Police say a woman told them she and 29-year-old James Dirks had inappropriate sexual contact several times. It happened when he worked at Vandalia High School. That was before he was a state trooper. Police say the investigating led them to another victim who says she also had inappropriate sexual contact with him several times.
The man convicted of kidnapping and killing U of I scholar Ying Zhang is now in a maximum security prison. Brent Christensen was moved from the Oklahoma City Federal Transfer Center and will likely spend the rest of his life, unless he's transferred, at a high-security federal prison in southeastern Kentucky. WCIA 3's Karina Rubio is in the newsroom tonight. Karina, you spoke to the Zhang family's lawyer today. What did he tell you?
Their lawyer, Steve Beckett, says the family had been asking for updates for several months about where Christensen was going to serve his life sentence. He says for the Zangs, it was about peace of mind. They wanted to know that Christensen is facing consequences. The Zangs specifically hoped he'd be put under maximum security watch as soon as possible. Beckett says he contacted the family right when he heard the news.
And by having him in a facility where he is surrounded by people of violence, maybe that's something that will ameliorate the very hurtful feelings and emotional damage that he's done, but it will never replace Ying Ying.
Beckett says he has not heard back from the family yet due to the time difference between here and China. When I spoke with Beckett today, he said Christensen had requested to be transferred to a prison in Arizona, but was denied most likely due to security reasons.
All right, Karina, thanks. Now, the penitentiary in Kentucky is called USP McCreary. It's a maximum security prison. Christensen will join over 1,400 other inmates, including Thomas Patera, a former hitman for the infamous Bonanno crime family.
3 prison guards are indicted after the death of an inmate. It happened at the Western Illinois Correctional Center in Mount Sterling last year. Todd Scheffler, Willie Hedden, and Alex Benta are charged in the death of Larry Irvin. He suffered several broken ribs and a punctured colon during a prisoner transport overseen by 3 guards. We have new information on a deadly shooting in Decatur. The Macon County coroner has identified the man who died after a shooting at a motel. Police were called to the Decatur Inn on North Water Street. 21-year-old Jason Goodbread died a short time later at the hospital. Police are still investigating. When you're in a dangerous situation, you should call the police. Why some people were honored for doing more to save others. And plus, you may be sending out Christmas cards. These 4th graders are sending out some of their own. Why theirs are headed to college students.